They gave me all this money, 2 million Lebanese pounds. The currency weakened by 90%, which is insane.
One price in the morning and one price in the afternoon.
What's the perspective for the future?
شو شايف للمستقبل؟
والله أنا برأيي
The future is dark. People will die from hunger if they don't act very fast.
Let's talk about Lebanon.
Corruption and is unable to care for its people.
Half the population living below the poverty line.
This is different from any other crisis that this country has witnessed. People all around me, they're all gone.
The highest number of refugees per capita.
The government is calling for refugees to leave the country.
80% of the Lebanese population is also in poverty after the collapse.
You are not supposed to speak.
They're losing everyday money.
Bullet holes. How's life in the refugee camp?
If I will die, I will die.
So welcome to Beirut, Lebanon. I need some local money for this trip. So the best way for me to kick off the series is to show you the crazy problem that these guys have with the currency. There's multiple exchange rates. There's a black market. The banking system collapsed in 2019. They froze all the deposits. So essentially people lost their money. Some banks, they're allowed to withdraw, but you need to withdraw in local Lebanese pounds. You can imagine the massive exchange rate, how much you can get. I'm going to exchange now $20 and let's see how much they give me. They gave me all this money. This is over 2 million Lebanese pounds for $20. So as you know, in February 2023, the government devalued its currency for the first time in 25 years. The currency weakened by 90%. You can see even all the shops adding manually 0,000 because of the devaluation in February 2023. So everything went up significantly. We're going to talk with a lot of locals, get an insight in terms of the current situation of the country and how's life here on a daily basis.
والله بصراحة أنا لو مولادي عم
If his children aren't working, well, he couldn't live. He went buying a piece of chicken for 320,000. It's getting terrifying, the hyperinflation.
عندي سكرت صدق.
He used to have a bakery and he closed it because he couldn't afford to buy gas for these days. Everything is getting more expensive and more and more and more.
Does he get any support from the government?
Only from his children. The future is dark, especially if the government will not resolve anything. Everything is getting like 40x price than before. No one can afford now to fill gas to their cars, even to get electricity, not the governmental one, but the non-governmental one, like from private generators. So people will really die from hunger if they don't act very fast. From 2011, the war is ongoing in Syria, so a lot of refugees came to Lebanon.
How's life for him now? Better than before?
Before it was better. Now like it's more affected because it's affecting not only the Syrian refugees, also the Lebanese as well, the economic crisis.
Is the money he's making enough or he needs to have multiple jobs?
He's working this job only. He's doing some side hustling sometimes, but depends like if there's a good job or not.
Is he dreaming of coming back to Syria one day?
They have this phase to come back, but because of the situation in Syria, still ongoing, so it's hard to go back now.
So I want to tell you more about the black market and all these multiple exchanges and the financial challenges around Lebanon. I was born and raised in a country with very similar problems like Argentina, and I feel like people from Argentina, Venezuela and these kind of countries that deal every day with inflation and financial problems will probably understand this concept, but more powerful if I get a local to explain you more about this. So this is Nada. You will see him a lot during the series.
I'm from Beirut, originally from the south of Lebanon, but I live in Beirut and I'm really familiar with everything happening because I'm living it. One of the most affecting topics that is affecting us day by day, which is the hyperinflation, losing the value of our national currency.
I know we talked about this already, but I literally exchanged $20. This is all the money I got.
$20 before 2019, it was this amount of money only, which was 30,000. Now it's 2 million, depends on the exchange rate, changing every 15 minutes maybe.
There's an app that you can see the dollar in real time, and this is changing every 15 minutes or every hour.
These notifications, you get them. Dollar is raising or losing the value. It's really hectic as well. Most of the Lebanese people are still getting paid in liras. Imagine how much they are losing from the value of their money.
Maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but what I understand is that the Lebanese lira has been pegged to the dollar, United States dollars, for years, for decades.
Yes.
So you were closely tracking the dollar.
Yeah, in the 90s, the central bank decided to make $1 equal for 1,500, which was this only. Beginning of 2019, we started to have some economic problems until October 2019 when the uprising started in Lebanon. The banks closed. And then after 2 weeks of bank closure, they opened and a lot of depositors lost their money in the banks.
So 2019 was similar to the period that we had in Argentina in 2001, what we call corralito, which is essentially the banking system froze completely and they didn't allow anyone to withdraw their money anymore. People saving for life. They couldn't withdraw any money anymore.
And that's what happened in Lebanon. A lot of people lost their savings, especially in Lebanon. We don't have any support from the government if I want to retire. Only like NSSF, which is the national fund. They cut from your salary a bit of money. This is only will help you a bit in the hospitals, not like a full healthcare program. So a lot of people used to work and deposit money in the banks so they can, afford to live when they get old. But it's all now gone. We don't know what happened with the money. We are still in this process from 2019 till now. The banks used to lend the money for the government. They want their money in dollars, and the Lebanese government couldn't afford to pay the debt.
I think you defaulted as well as a country. A concept that we know in Argentina, we defaulted like 8-9 times, but it's crazy to see this firsthand. Literally in February 2023, on top of all this craziness of the banking system collapsing, the government devalued its currency.
Yes, so the official rate, as I told you, it was this 1,500, and now it's 15,000. The official rate. We have many rates. The bank rates, the black market rate. We have something called Sairafa, which they pay you some of your money, not all your money, on this value. Some of the salaries for the public employees as well. They did a joke also, the Lebanese lira will enter Guinness to have many exchange rates as well.
You will compete with Argentina.
Yes.
We are laughing, but this is a serious stuff. If you're watching this from Argentina, you will be familiar with dollar blue, dollar contado, contado con liqui, many different exchange rates, exactly the same thing. Can people pay with credit card? Is this common or not really? Local people like you, do you use your credit card when you go to a shop or?
Not anymore, because not all the shops will accept your credit card, especially if it's Lebanese lira. If you have a fresh money account, you can pay, but they will take like 10 or 5% as a commission fees, so they can pay for the bank. So we can't use even the credit card, so we'll carry only cash. We are becoming more a cash economy, more than only a banking economy. The Lebanese economy before, that it was very known for having the best banking in the Middle East. Even in 2008, we didn't get affected by the global economy situation, but right now we don't have anymore this banking system that was before here.
And maybe to add some more context, when I landed yesterday, I was at the airport in Beirut. I was starving. I wanted to buy a salad. In the salad shop, there was a sign saying, check in the cashier for the USD market rate of today. So essentially all prices were in dollars. They cannot put the price in Lebanese lira, impossible, because it keeps changing. So they put the prices in dollars. My salad was $5. The shop assistant asked me, how would you like to pay, in dollars or Lebanese lira? I said dollars, but those saying Lebanese lira, the guy was with a calculator and calling some people to check the latest exchange rate and then pay that.
When my phone rings, the notification, it's not from my girlfriend or for anyone. It's only the app saying that the exchange rate changed. Imagine living on these notifications every 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
So you never really know how much things are, right? You just need to have a lot of cash with you.
Yes, like you carry like a bag of money and then like it's nothing. I used to work like some months ago with a company, but I quit because of the salary was very low. They gave me in liras, so I went to the exchange shop to buy dollars. So that's what we always do. When we have a lot of liras, we try to exchange them. So it was like 10 million, and then I went to the exchange shop and then it was $200 only. So I was like, okay, this is serious. What's happening now? Like, really. For us, like especially for the youth and even for the elders, because they lost all their savings. You will see a lot of homeless elders in the streets because their savings are frozen in the banks. They can't access it. For us, for the youth, it's very hard to live with that, especially that there's no a lot of job opportunities that we are getting. There's no accessible for healthcare. It's just very sad what we are passing through, though we had like a very normal life before, but right now we don't have middle class anymore.
This is actually very sad, and people are suffering a lot. It's also the way to share the reality with you, making this series of videos to see the real Lebanon and not just the UNESCO historical sites, that they're great, but this is a different thing what we're trying to do here.
We have a beautiful country, from weather, from everything, from the kind people as well, but we are suffering as well. So you should also see the other side of the story, not only one side of the story.
And I think we're going to talk a lot about crisis, life post-pandemic, post-explosion in the port of Beirut. We're going to talk a lot about that, but this will be in the next episode.
It was an accident? It was